This is the parietal lobe. It's your brain's GPS and sensory dashboard. When a seizure starts here, you might feel tingling, confusion, or like your own body doesn't belong to you. Chapter 1. Location and Appearance. The parietal lobe sits just behind the frontal lobe and above the occipital lobe, separated by the central sulcus in the front and the parieto-occipital sulcus in the back. It's located near the crown of your head and stretches across the upper middle portion of the brain. It's smaller than the frontal lobe, but densely packed with functionally important areas. The postcentral gyrus runs along its anterior edge, forming the brain's primary somatosensory cortex, the region responsible for processing touch, pressure, and proprioception. The lobe also contains the superior and inferior parietal lobules, which are involved in more complex spatial and sensory integration tasks. Its shape is more rectangular than the frontal or temporal lobes, and it often appears as the top panel of the brain when viewed from above. Chapter 2. What it does. The parietal lobe is a sensory powerhouse. It helps you understand where your body is in space, processes tactile information like texture and vibration, and integrates visual input with motor function to guide movements. The left parietal lobe, especially in the dominant hemisphere, is crucial for reading, writing, and mathematical reasoning. The right parietal lobe handles spatial awareness and attention, helping you navigate your environment. According to a 2006 review by Cullum and Valier titled Human Parietal Cortex in Action, the parietal lobe plays a key role in visually guided hand movements and eye coordination. Another 1997 study titled Multimodal Representation of Space in the Brain emphasized how the parietal lobe transforms sensory inputs into coordinated motor actions, especially during reaching and grasping. Chapter 3. What happens during a seizure? Parietal lobe seizures are less common than those in the temporal or frontal regions, but they're often strange and disorienting. A person might feel tingling, burning, or numbness on one side of the body, typically contralateral to the seizure focus. These are called positive sensory symptoms. Some individuals experience out-of-body sensations or a distorted sense of space, as if their limbs are in the wrong place or don't belong to them at all. This is known as somatosensory aura. Seizures may also cause visual spatial distortions or difficulty interpreting what's seen. According to Taylor et al. In the 2003 study Parietal Lobe Epilepsy, Clinical Features and Surgical Outcome, seizures in this area often spread quickly and can be mistaken for seizures originating in the frontal or temporal lobes. Misdiagnosis is common due to their complex and unusual sensory effects. Chapter 4. What happens when it's damaged? Damage to the parietal lobe can produce a variety of impairments depending on the side and specific region affected. Lesions on the dominant side may result in Gerstmann's syndrome, which is characterized by agraphia, acalculia, finger agnosia, and left-right confusion. Right parietal damage often causes hemispatial neglect, where patients fail to acknowledge one side of their body or environment. Tactile agnosia, which is the inability to recognize objects by touch, can also occur. Long-term seizure activity in the parietal lobe may lead to chronic sensory deficits or even impairments in body image. And because this lobe integrates so many different senses, damage can disrupt the brain's ability to map the body and its relation to the outside world, leaving individuals feeling disconnected from their own physical presence. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video.